Alright, here's just a little after action report. This was the Luger, and as we saw on the camera footage, it was shooting a little bit high, a little bit right, and there were a few hiccups in there. Not really sure what it was. It was almost like it wasn't coming back far enough, so it would cock, but if it was, we can see the right there, the little tab sticking out on the bottom left, that's the ejector. And it ejected everything fine, so it had to come back far enough we can maybe almost see, not really very well. Right in there you can see the little bump in there. That's the actual sear bar, and it was going back obviously far enough if it was ejecting, since the ejector's right there and that sear bar is right there. Not really sure, but after the first mag was acting up more than the second mag that I tried, but after the first two mags, I put 9 more shots through it, and it worked just fine. So I wonder, now that I think about it, because I was using this rest, since when the toggle action goes back, you can see that it slides in the frame, the barrel and the receiver, they slide back. Maybe that had something to do with it. It wasn't because I was resting the barrel in between the black rubber on there. So I don't know. I didn't think about that until after now. But that could explain why when I held it in my hand, it didn't have any malfunctions at all. So, but I'm definitely happy with how it shot. A while back, I had a video where I got some of the Wolf gun springs. I think that was from gunsprings.com. They make Luger kits with different weight recoil springs, and they give you all the other springs too. Striker spring, and you can get mag springs too, which helped a lot with the old magazines that I have. Some of them look pretty old, so that's a nice mag spring. So definitely happy with the Luger. It shot pretty decent, and it was only about 10 yards away when I was shooting it. It grouped pretty decent, you know, it's about an inch group at 10 yards. You know, a couple flyers there. This flyer down here, that was from when I was shooting with it in my hand. And then these up here, that's not too bad either. I mean, got a little flyer out of there, so yeah, definitely satisfied with how the old Luger shot today. And I absolutely love it. Love it. Love it. Oh, yes! And one of my favorite pistols of all time. The most ergonomic pistol ever made. In my opinion, one of the finest firearms that has ever been made. So, absolutely love it. So the P38 did well also as far as function. It did shoot a little bit low. I don't know if I try some different ammo in it, if it'll shoot different or not. I did somehow get one in the bullseye, which is fine, but I was satisfied with how it performed as well. This P38 has had some hiccups in the past. I had to do a little filing in there at the bottom of the breech there to get rounds to actually load into the breech face. So yeah, that was it, and it seems to fix that function problem very well. I also had a slide release spring that was very weak, very thin, and replaced that. I had a video out a while back on that. So I love this pistol. I think this is probably one of my second favorite pistols, of course, second to the Luger. But shooting them side by side is definitely a treat, and definitely something that I would recommend everybody do if they haven't done it. But quick little after action on the P38. Groups weren't as good as the Luger, but the barrel on the Luger was rebarreled, so that's a barrel from a Mauser pistol sometime probably in the 30s, I think is what I researched it to. Unfortunately, it's not an all-matching Hereford Luger, but it shoots good enough for me. That's why it's a shooter, and that's what I bought it for originally. So, P38 could tighten up a little. Might try some different ammo and see what happens, but I'm just happy it functioned. No problems at all from the P38, especially with that alloy case stuff that I was shooting. Seemed to be pretty decently consistent, but you know, for 10 yards, the sights on here, they take a little getting used to, but probably won't win a competition, but it'd get a lot of looks if it was out one. That's my story, and that's what I'm going to stick to there. And here is the Ruger 22. This is the Mark III. This has the push-button mag release. I'm happy with this. This is the first time I've extensively shot it. I'm going to have to review the video because I got every shot of this pistol on video, so I'm going to have to count how many rounds I put through it, but I'm going to guess 170 to 200 rounds probably. 171 to 201 because I put 11 rounds in it when I had a one mag. I topped one off. So this one, it shot okay. I had 0 malfunctions. This is the ammo that I was using in it. This stuff right here, AR Tactical by CCI 22 long rifle, copper plated, round nose, 40 grain bullets. So the only thing, I had 0 malfunctions with this ammo. This ammo shot beautifully. Now, as it was explained to me by the fella at the gun store, and let's just get a look at the little chart here. This stuff, I guess, is developed for AR dedicated platforms that shoot 22 long rifle. So I don't know if there's just a little bit more punch in it or what, but it's shot beautifully out of this pistol. The only problem I had with this pistol is, and we might be able to see part of the problem right here on the trigger, right there by my thumb. There's some, it looks like little shavings of the lead bullet that came down into the trigger operating area. And we might be able to see right down in there, we can see the trigger parts moving. I think it got down in there because I was having some issues with the trigger resetting. It's got a real nice soft trigger pull, and when you pull it, you have to let it reset a little bit, and then you take up the slack and you pull it, and you keep, you know, when you shoot it. And I was having a problem, it wouldn't reset. One time, it didn't reset at all, and I had to actually pull the cocking knob back and cock it far enough for the hammer to cock. But other than that, I had 0 problems with it, and I haven't even cleaned it since I got it from the gun store. So I got to go through it and get it knocked out real good and cleaned up real nice. And this one actually was one that had the nail right in the middle, and I ended up shooting the nail right on the head and pounding that nail right into the wood. This one, this was my 20-yard target. I don't know which side is up or down. I think this is how it was. But only one went out of the orange. I was pretty happy with that, considering the rate that I fired some of the rounds through it. But definitely a good day at the range. And here, these I moved up closer and did alternate fire on these. I think 20 or 30 rounds there. And then what I did with these, there's two different groups here. It looks like one kind of jumbled together, but one I shot one round and then tried to aim right on the one round that I shot. And I mean, we can kind of see where they went, but definitely happy with this Ruger pistol. And here's one thing that I've been also meaning to do. We can see the Luger there and the Ruger there. Now, yeah, tell me what you think about that. Comfortable pistol to shoot. The angle on the frame for the grip is nearly identical, as well as the trigger housing, and just about the rest of the frame, it's pretty darn close. But I really like the looks of the Luger, so naturally I was attracted to the tapered barrel 22 Ruger Mark III. So, for now, Marshall Zhukov, signing out.